Hey, Henry McClure, live. So, this goes out to my friends of Bill. This goes out to the Fight Club members. And this things go out to people that like to get drunk. This also goes out to people that get drunk and do drugs, other drugs. But I want to talk about alcoholism for a minute. And I want to talk to you, people that have trouble identifying that they're alcoholics. And so, like somebody told me once, if you've got problems around your drinking, you got a drinking problem. So like if you get a DUI, that's a problem. If you get in a car wreck and you're drunk, well, that's a problem. You know, even if you're Otis, you go check yourself into your own jail. And another thing too, it's like, once you know personally that you're an alcoholic, if you continue to drink, you're eventually going to kill yourself. It's suicide one drink at a time. But I want to tell you, there's worse things in life than being an alcoholic. And I think that if we started teaching kids or people how you would have a propensity to alcoholism, it's like, I was talking to a sports psychologist a little while ago, and she was telling me that athletes, very good athletes, we're all prone to alcoholism. There's also a study done, 78% of all people in World War II that were in flight crews were alcoholics. And so, but it's a shame they put the scarlet letter on alcoholics. And what I'm trying to say is there's worse things than being an alcoholic. And hell, I've embraced my alcoholism. You know, I was a state champion gymnast. Here, look at this. You don't believe that? Look at that. That's me. Boy, when I used to do a head spring into that, I'd bring the crowd down, baby. But what was really wild about the gymnastics is, so I'm more of an adrenaline junkie than I am an alcoholic. But I am a big alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. But adrenaline first. Adrenaline is great. You can get adrenaline from anything. It was whatever. So whatever causes adrenaline, it's that dopamine. When it washes over your head, it's like, so you know, if I just throw one more routine in gymnastics, I'm going to get high afterwards. I could be in pain now, but the no pain, no gain thing. You know what I mean? So athletes themselves, you got more chances of being an alcoholic. I was telling a friend of mine that used to work at Macerich. I go, well, hey, if I knew all this back then, I'd have paced myself. So I got lucky at 4:44 in the a.m. on May 2nd, 2015, where God saved my life. And so alcohol and drugs and other things, that killed me. So if I were to start drinking again, I'd just die again, and I don't want to die. I want to get old. I want to continue to live, and what I want to do is figure out, how to get young physically and age gracefully. when you deal with a lot of old people, there's certain attributes that you say, hey, I don't want to end up like that. My stepdad was one of those guys, but don't get shamed. Don't be ashamed about anything. Don't let society shame you. Some of us are allergic to alcohol. Some of us could drink, get up early, go back to work because we wanted to get deals done so we could go drinking again. And then the ability to deal with the wreckage in life, the problems, the no pain, no gain of athletics. It makes you the perfect alcoholic because you can cope with the wreckage. You can get through it. But the worst thing you can do in life is waste your time. And the worst thing in life is wasted talent. So, they put mirrors in bars so you're not drinking alone. This to me, I've got so many friends, and the only reason I ran for office is because I thought I could help you guys. If you've noticed, you don't know what's going to happen next, what I'm going to say or do. Okay, that's probably some of that's true. But to my friends that drink too much, well, don't be ashamed. If you want help, let's get help. Let's do it. But one of the things people do, it's like, I think that Topeka needs like an upscale recovery place. I ran an AA meeting for about a year and a half. It wasn't well attended. A few people came because I didn't really, we could read the stuff. But I just want to know how you're doing right now. How are you? How are you right now? What's going on right now? That's what life's about, is this moment right now. How are you? This is what I've been loving about these sound baths. To reset. And what's neat about these sound baths I've been doing is it treats you, it's different. It's different every time. I've done them. They've got these really fancy chairs that are down in the basement and they're a pain in the ass to haul up. And then they got these yoga mats and pillows and stuff. And I'm going to sit up, I'm going to sit up in a stance, legs crossed and do the next ones. But I've never had an hour go so fast. And the experience, it makes it to where, have you ever been in a bar and there's that fucking drunk guy down there that won't shut up and you just keep drinking to drown him out? Well, that's what these sound baths do. They make it to where you just don't want to hear the same old shit. And there's so much truth in the vibrations of the universe. I love Napoleon Hill's book, The Laws of Success. He has a section in there about telepathy. It's really cool. And my dad, sat me down. He said, look, the only thing I'm going to ask you to do this is the only thing. He said, read Napoleon Hill's The Laws of Success. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. It's just, it changed my life. It did. And 444 changed my life. And each sound bath changes my life. Appreciating art changes my life. And that's what I've been preaching, is about change. Yeah, there's some things I need to change. I am human. Sometimes I'm too direct. That one might be a hard one to change. But sometimes being direct, I've gotten exactly what I wanted. There was a fellow named Mace Siegel that worked, the founder of Mace Rich. There was not a more direct person than that. But look, get help, find God, walk with Jesus, do the right thing. You'll feel better about it. I think sometimes so many people, so for me, I could relate to the Holy Spirit, that energy, that telepathy. I got it. And I enjoyed going to church as a kid. I really did. I liked the idea of it's more your faith than your behavior. But over the years, I had trouble coping, understanding the Jesus part of the Trinity. You know, the Council of Nicaea was 300 years later. How many of you people even know what happened 300 years ago? You know, 300 years ago, what was going on in England? They were sentencing, you were sentenced to the United States. Not quite like Australia being a penal colony, but if you drink too much, stop. It killed me. But don't feel ashamed. You'll find the higher power is inside you. And tap onto that. Tap that. You can make life better today. I don't know why it was so shameful that you couldn't handle alcohol. So what? Hey, it's designed to make you to behave that way. If you can't control it, well, maybe you better stop it. It's interesting when you have epiphanies. I had a real moment of clarity after my mom died, and I was glad the morphine and the Loratabs left the house from hospice, but I really embarrassed myself to the lady making the cremation experiences. I might actually owe her an amend. maybe not so bad, but a little direct. But after, we used to drink these drinks, we called them double-barreled shotguns, but it was vodka with Mike's Hard Lemonade. Whew. But what I found out is how much time you really have in life to do the right thing. I mean, right now, if you miss somebody, call them. If you've got somebody, a special person, go hug them, give them a kiss, love them. Henry McClure in the Glass Houses studio, doing my best. You know, that's what I want to do tomorrow, is be better than I was today. Be a better Henry. Have you seen those, hey Henry! And it's that donkey comes running out. Those are cute. But I just want to be a better version of Henry in the morning. But we do need to pray for Topeka. I want to pray to my brother. I'm going to pray for my brother Dwight. It's fun when you meet somebody that can touch your soul. There's a difference between your soul and your spirit. I really believe that. I love what Kylie's teaching us about your heart. That your heart throws off a sphere of 10 feet around you, and look at your heart as a light. Your heart is the energy that kind of introduces you from an energy standpoint. So have a good heart. Be true to yourself. To thy own self be true. My mom had some really neat little sayings, you know, like, you'd start talking about something insurmountable, and she'd go, well, you can't bear the burdens of the world. And you can't. Hey, if you want to come in and talk about your recovery, I'm up for it. The best I can do is live by example, so I'll try to be a better example. I'll try to behave a little better. But you know, Nick Shirley's right. You know what I'm talking about. All right. I love y'all. Especially my Fight Club people. Good night.